Smartphone makers are waging a battle in order to bring their latest offerings to the market, and the proof is the number of smartphones that were launched this week across different price ranges. Let's take a look at the list of smartphones that were unveiled this week. Remember, you can get in-depth details about all these phones by visiting the Gadgets 360 website. We'll also put the links to our coverage apart from store links in the description. Let's start with the most important launch of the week. Xiaomi brand Redmi launched the Redmi 10 in India on Thursday. Redmi 10 may be a rebranded Redmi 10C that debuted in Nigeria earlier this week. The smartphone is also powered by an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 680 SoC and runs on Android 11 with MIUI 13. Talking about the display, it features a 6.7-inch HD Plus display with a water drop style display notch and a 20:6:9 aspect ratio. The smartphone features a 5-megapixel selfie camera at the front and a dual rear camera setup with a 50-megapixel primary sensor coupled with an f1.8 lens apart from a 2-megapixel portrait sensor. Next up, we have the aforementioned Redmi 10C budget smartphone that debuted in Nigeria this week. The new Xiaomi smartphone comes in black, blue and green color options. It is powered by a Snapdragon 680 SoC coupled with 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. It is the successor to the Redmi 9C that was launched in 2020. It sports a 6.71-inch display with a water drop style notch. Complete specifications weren't revealed. Xiaomi brand Redmi also launched the Redmi K50 and Redmi K50 Pro in China this week, featuring top-end MediaTek SoCs as well as 120Hz refresh rate and Dolby Vision capable 2K displays. The Redmi K40S was also announced alongside. Both Redmi K50 smartphones run MIUI 13 based on Android 12 and feature a 6.67-inch Samsung-made OLED display. The Redmi K50 Pro sports a triple rear camera setup with a 100-megapixel primary sensor, while the Redmi K50 sports a triple rear camera setup with a 48-megapixel primary sensor. On the front, both sport a 20-megapixel camera. The Redmi K50 Pro offers up to 512GB of inbuilt storage and a 5000 mAh battery with 120-watt fast charging, while the Redmi K50 comes with up to 256GB of storage and a 5500 mAh battery with support for 67-watt fast charging. Coming to the Redmi K40S, the smartphone is a refreshed version of the Redmi K40 that was launched in February last year. It features a Snapdragon 870 SoC, a 6.67-inch E4 AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and a 48-megapixel triple camera setup apart from a 20-megapixel selfie camera. Samsung launched the Galaxy A53 5G and Galaxy A33 5G at the company's Galaxy A event on Thursday. Both the phones carry quad rear cameras and octa-core processors. The Galaxy A53 5G will debut in select markets from April 1st and the Galaxy A33 5G will be available from 22nd of April. Details about the India launch are yet to be revealed. Both the devices come in awesome black, awesome blue, awesome peach and awesome white color options. Talking about the A53 5G, it runs on Android 12 with One UI 4.0 on top and also features a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED Infinity O display with 120Hz of refresh rate. The Galaxy A33 5G also comes with Android 12 based on One UI 4.1 but carries a different 6.4-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED Infinity U display with a 90Hz refresh rate. The iQoo Z6 5G was launched in India this week and features a 120Hz display. It is powered by an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 SoC. As far as the optics are concerned, it sports a triple rear camera setup with a 50-megapixel primary sensor that has an f1.8 lens, a 2-megapixel macro shooter and a 2-megapixel bokeh camera. The front camera packs a 16-megapixel Samsung selfie camera sensor with a f2.0 lens. You get 128GB of onboard storage that can be expanded via microSD card. There is a 5000 mAh battery powering this device. Itel this week also launched the Itel A49 in India, the company's latest entry-level 4G smartphone. It comes in single RAM and storage configuration, that is 2GB of RAM and 32GB of onboard storage. The 6.6-inch HD Plus IPS display features a water drop style notch, while the smartphone features dual rear cameras with two 5-megapixel sensors. It packs a 4000 mAh battery and is powered by a quad-core 1.4 GHz processor. Next up, Xiaomi launched 3 phones from its flagship series globally following their launch in China last year. The Xiaomi 12, Xiaomi 12 Pro and Xiaomi 12X come in blue, grey and purple color options. Xiaomi 12 and Xiaomi 12 Pro are powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 SoC, while Xiaomi 12X is powered by the Snapdragon 870 SoC. All 3 smartphones get triple rear camera setups headlined by a 50-megapixel primary sensor. If you recall, Apple earlier this month launched the iPhone SE 2022 and iPhone 13 series in new green color options. The phone went on sale in India and around the world this Friday. You can also buy the new iPhone SE in Midnight, Starlight and Product Red color options from Apple's official online store. The iPhone SE 2022 is Apple's most affordable 5G smartphone and is powered by the same SoC, the Apple A15 Bionic, that powers the iPhone 13 series. Huawei this week had 2 phones to launch, the Huawei P50E and the Huawei Nova 9 SE. The former is a more affordable variant of the Huawei P50 that was launched in July last year, essentially downgrading the SoC from a top-end Snapdragon 888 to a mid-end Snapdragon 778G. Both the original and the new variant are 4G-enabled devices. Other common specifications include a 6.5-inch OLED display, triple rear cameras with a 50-megapixel primary sensor, an under-display fingerprint sensor, and a 4100 mAh battery with 66-watt fast charging. The Huawei Nova 9 SE, on the other hand, is a variant of the Nova 9 that was launched in September last year. The 4G-enabled phone upgrades the camera but downgrades the SoC. Specifications include a Snapdragon 680 SoC, 8GB of RAM, 128GB of inbuilt storage, a 108-megapixel helmet quad rear camera setup, and a 4000 mAh battery with 66-watt fast charging. Finally, we come to the Honor Magic 4 Ultimate, which is a brand new top-end model in the Honor Magic 4 series that first made its debut at MWC earlier this year. It features upgrades over the previous flagship model, the Honor Magic 4 Pro. Specifications include a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 SoC, a 6.8-inch LTPO OLED 120Hz display with HDR10+ support, 12GB of RAM, 512GB of inbuilt storage, a penta rear camera setup led by a 50-megapixel sensor, a 12-megapixel front camera, IP68 certification for dust and water resistance, and a 4600 mAh battery with 100-watt fast charging. So those were all the smartphones that were launched this week. As we mentioned, we've included links to all our coverage as well as stored links for the phones in the description. Let us know if you liked the video in the comments below, and see you soon with another video.